STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station 590 AM, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the MidStates Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stifel.
I am here with Phil Jack. I am here with Phil. I am here with Phil Jacko, head coach of the Oakville High School hockey program. Coach, I am here with Phil Jacko, head coach of the Oakville High School hockey program. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
So this is a big game for you, Coach. Early on, what are your 2 to 3 biggest challenges as a coach preparing your team for a big game like this early in the season?
I think, biggest thing for us, especially early this year, is just finding our identity as a team on how we're going to find a way to win. We've had some close games early, just haven't really overcome the hump. So I think finding an identity of, how do we want to accomplish our goal of, getting pucks to the net, getting pucks deep, things like that, just establishing those systems. Done a lot of work in practice over the last couple of weeks of just making sure our systems are solid. Because the challenge we have, and just being a bigger program, is having a lot of guys in and out of the lineup with travel. So it's not necessarily always the same 20 guys. So we always have to make sure the next guy up knows what he's doing and is prepared, especially for a test like Lafayette, because it's always a tough battle.
Certainly understand. Coach, as the season progresses, tell me what some of the growth areas you see in your team this year versus last year.
I think a big point of emphasis for us this year has been our special teams play. We have a lot of upperclassmen on this team this year. I think we have 12 or 13 seniors and then a lot of juniors. So really taking advantage of power play opportunities. We started out really slow and just really made it a point that the guys did of saying, you know what, Coach, we're going to get better about this. We're going to execute better. And our preparation changed dramatically, which comes with good leadership, recognizing those problems. And then I think, kind of like I mentioned before, is just trying to find our way of, how are we going to do things. We're not necessarily going to be the flashiest team in the league, but just finding a way to make sure we get the other team to play our game and kind of dictate the play.
So what do you think that what's going to be the key to success here? What do you think that Lafayette does well that your team is going to need to stop in this game?
Well, Lafayette is always a game we circle on our schedule. It's always a tough game. No matter lineups, it's always a tough game. And so I think we expect them to be physical. We expect them to try to get us to play their style of play, which is them getting pucks in deep, banging bodies, pucks to the net, bodies in front of the net. So really, we got to stay disciplined within our own game, stay disciplined, try to stay out of the penalty box. And then if we do get an opportunity to go on the power play, we got to take advantage of opportunities. And even 5-on-5, we've really struggled taking advantage of some of our scoring opportunities. So when we do get that precious opportunity, we got to take advantage because they're few and far between against a team like Lafayette.
Well said, Coach. That's Coach Phil from the Oakville High School hockey program. Coach, good luck this week.
Thank you very much.
This is Drew with Too Many Men on the Mic, and I am here with two leaders from the Oakville High School hockey team, Milo and Brendan. Milo, Brendan, why don't you introduce yourselves to our listeners out there? Tell the listeners what position you play and what year you are in school.
I'm Milo. I'm a senior at Oakville, and I play left wing.
Hi, I'm Braden. I'm a senior at Oakville, and I play right wing.
Awesome. Guys, how hyped are you for this game? And tell me why you're so hyped for this game this week.
Last year, our two teams had a lot of history after we knocked them out of playoffs, so it'll be a good test for the guys to make sure we're staying on track like last year for a good playoff run.
Yeah, like Milo said, a lot of beef, a lot of tension going on in between us two.
Love it. Guys, any friends or club hockey teammates on the other team? And what's the chatter been like leading up to this game? You can put a chirp out there. You just got to keep it clean.
Don't really know many guys on the other team, but we're just going to show up and try to get the win and prove that we're still playoff contenders like last year.
All right, boys. So there's got to be a pregame song for a game like this. What's your pregame song and what's your pregame meal before a game like this?
Meal, any good chicken pasta, nice and easy before the game. Keep it light.
Yeah, and for me, I usually eat tacos. I'm a big taco guy, so that's mine.
Tacos and chicken. Love it, guys. So tell me what you're most excited for this season. Where's Oakville High School hockey headed this year?
Senior year, we made it pretty far in playoffs the past 3 years, so hopefully finally get a championship to end the senior year off strong.
Yep.
Love it. That is Milo and Braden from the Oakville High School hockey team. Guys, good luck this week, and thanks for your time on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickles St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
We love this game, and we noticed something missing. Youth hockey families needed a space that's real, supportive, and actually about their experience.
Not just the AAA highlight reel, we're talking B and C, A-level players, first-time hockey parents, and every kid grinding to get better.
We're here to share stories, learn from each other, and have a blast doing it.
No drama, no negativity, just love for the game.
We're growing the game from the ground up, one episode at a time.
Too many men on the mic. Hockey is more fun the better you get at it.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They'll make your backyard the place everyone wants to be. Pools, patios, outdoor kitchen, sport courts, and more. For the Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They'll make your backyard the place everyone wants to be. Pools, patios, outdoor kitchen, sport courts, and more. For the ultimate backyard, hit up a St. Louis company that's been doing it for more than 25 years. Check out SplashSTL.com. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They'll make your backyard the place everyone wants to be. Pools, patios, outdoor kitchen, sport courts, and more. For the ultimate backyard, hit up a St. Louis company that's been doing it for more than 25 years. Check out SplashSTL.com.
Everybody, I have Coach Jared here with Too Many Men on the Mic for the Game of the Week preview. We're joined here by Everybody, I have Coach Jared here with Too Many Men on the Mic for the Game of the Week preview. We're joined here by Coach Jim Carrico with Lafayette. Coach, thanks for joining us today. We're here to talk a little bit about the upcoming Oakville game this Saturday. Again, thanks for joining us. How you doing so far?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Well, Coach, let's get right into it. You're more than a few games into the season. As we look ahead to the Oakville game, it's always good to kind of look back and see where we've come. How has the season been so far in terms of growth of your players? What are some things that you're excited about? And what are some things that, you know, as you continue to work and have fun playing this great sport, that you're going to see to continue to develop with your team?
Well, starting with the season, we lost a bunch of seniors. We had 8 or 9 seniors last year. We have 4 this year. We're starting 6, 7 freshmen a game. So we are a young team, and we are continuing to work hard. I call it unlucky puck bounces on some of our games, and I don't think we've had that. The kids and the entire team are working hard. Our starting goalie, Peter Tamaris, is a sophomore. He's given everything he's got, and the kids are working really hard. So if there's one bonus, if you will, one high point would be how hard the kids are working on the team.
You know, you look at it, and it's not just a single game. It's a season for a reason, and, you know, it's the build up to that end of the year. You know, this is an important game, not just because Oakville is an opponent that's in division with you. These are the type of games that the playoff seeding committee takes a look back, and they say, hey, Lafayette was playing against Oakville. Those are 2 very, very closely contested teams. What are things that you're looking at this weekend out of your team? And more importantly, what are you telling your players to be aware of as they take the ice versus Oakville?
Well, I take it more of we've got to worry about ourselves more than Oakville. We know what Oakville always brings. They work hard. They're physical. They're well coached. They come to play every time we play them. We, as Lafayette, we need to start putting the pucks in the net. We're not scoring. We're working hard. The effort's there. The puck's just not going in. So we're going to continue to get pucks on net. You know, the cliches. Every shot's a good shot. Traffic in front. the little things that you got to keep working harder. I mean, the puck will go in eventually, and we believe it will. But it's more worrying about us at Lafayette and getting us on track and getting our first win. So the kids continue to bring it, and that's what I expect more from on Saturday.
Yeah, they call it the hard area for a reason. And if
So
you go there, you tend to be rewarded for sure. Well, that's a great segue into kind of the next question. As we look at this game and as we look at what you've seen from a growth standpoint from your young players and reliance upon your seniors, Lafayette wins this game and you kind of complete that sentence for me.
If we score and continue to work the way we have been. Again, I mentioned our goalie, Peter. We played DeSmet last week, but before we played DeSmet, Peter he had a .915 save percentage. So he's done his job. I keep talking about it. We got to put the puck in the net, and it's we've got to support Peter. Again, the effort's there, but we've got to score, and that's. And it's easy to say it, right? It's easy to put the puck in the net, but at Lafayette, that's what we need to do as a team. We've got to continue to get pucks on net. And you mentioned our freshmen. When we're addressing 4, 5, 6, 7 freshmen, the experience they're gaining now in November is going to help us when February rolls around and it's playoff time. And the freshmen that are playing, they're all fantastic players. Fantastic kids, the entire team. We've got a great team, and everyone's buying in because it takes everybody on this team. It's not one person, it's all 20. So when your number's called, we talk about it, we preach it. When your number's called, whether you're blocking a shot, you're back checking and making a good play, all of it adds up, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
That's the formula, I think. Especially in this town, we saw it with our NHL team back in 2019, that formula of how as the season progressed and players did their job, they supported each other. And I know from competing against Lafayette, both at the varsity and JV level over the years, you guys run a phenomenal program, and you've got kids that are willing to put in the effort and work like that. So I know it's going to come. I know you guys are going to be rewarded, and let's wish you the best of luck for this weekend against Oakville.
Thank you.
We're also joined here by 3 of your captains. We've got senior captain Liam Ridgway. We've got an alternate captain, Quentin Parks, who's a junior, and alternate captain Franco Hubert, also a junior. Guys, fellas, thanks for joining us here today. You got a chance here to listen to your coach, and that's the beauty of being a player. You get to bring what your coach says to life and to make it a reality. Tell us a little bit about, and Liam, let's start with you since you're a senior. Very important, special year for you. Tell us, so far, aside from the wins and losses, what's been so great about this season? What have you been most excited about, and what are you excited about playing against Oakville this weekend? Liam, why don't you start?
Well, I have a brother on the team, so I was just super excited to play with him. And then I really love the effort everyone's putting in, like all our freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. Everyone puts in effort, and yeah, it's really what I'm happy for.
Franco, why don't you pick it up? Take the sauce pass from your captain there and take it from there.
Yeah, I mean, all you really want from your team is effort. So as long as we put the effort in, and I mean, like Coach said, maybe hit the net once in a while, that'd be pretty good too. So all the freshmen are stepping up, especially the ones that this is a completely new speed for. So it's good.
Yep. And Q, what would you have to add to that?
It's really great just seeing everyone's working together on and off the ice. We're bonding as a team. We're growing together. We're developing, figuring out how to fill roles and play together as a team, and hopefully that'll take us far.
Well, let's take a look back over the course of the last couple of years. Give me one of your best memories from last season. Let's go back. Let's go in reverse on this. Q, why don't you start? What's one of your best memories from last season?
I'd probably have to say the Silver Skate game. That was a special one, playing with my brother and that. Just the crowd, both sides, electric game. Playing that was probably a big highlight for me my sophomore year.
Franco, how about you?
I don't know. I think the playoffs were pretty fun. I mean, they're always pretty fun. They're always electric, so that's my favorite part.
And Liam?
I mean, really like last year. So I have two brothers that I play with. And last year, I just played with my brother, rides the games with him. Just being able to be on the ice with him was super fun. And love the battle of 109 and love the silver skate too.
That's awesome. I can relate to the sibling. My oldest is a senior. My youngest is a freshman. The first time I've ever got a chance to see them play together. So that's so awesome that you guys, two of you guys mentioned playing with your brother like that. Well, hey, big holiday coming up next week, which is a lot of food. So question for each of you. Favorite, can't say turkey, favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? Liam?
Probably say sweet potatoes.
Ooh,
my mom makes really good sweet potatoes.
Shout out to your mom. That's good. Never a bad thing to praise your mom's cooking.
Yeah.
Q, what about you?
Mashed potatoes. Really like some mashed potatoes.
Gravy and a little lumpy, or whipped pretty thin.
Whipped pretty thin.
Nice. And Franco?
I like green bean casserole. I don't know. It's crunchy.
Okay. And now take that. You're not loading up, hopefully, on mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and green bean casserole before a game. What's the go-to meal before you take the ice? Q?
Keeping it simple, just peanut butter and jelly most of the time.
Okay. Very good. Liam?
I love some chicken before the game, chicken, potatoes, and vegetables.
Yep. And Franco, how about you?
My mom makes some pretty good pasta, so I'll eat that before the game.
Very good. Do you guys have any club team, teammates maybe who play for Oakville, or is this really you don't have that relationship with those players, or do you have some relationships with the players in the other team?
I mean, really, I don't really know anyone who plays on Oakville. Never really grew up playing. I played against a lot of kids, but never really grew up playing with them.
Gotcha. Q or Franco, any teammates from club on the other team, or guys you maybe grew up with?
No, I never really grew up with any of them, so no friends.
Well, typically the chirps are a little bit worse if you've got buddies on the ice. So, we'll keep it PG here. But if you guys have got your best chirp that you've either received or given, now's the time to let us know about it and give us a little chuckle. And we'll have one more question before we let you guys go. It's obviously quiet on the ice when Lafayette takes the ice, right? Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
It was one of the best ones I got. Some kid told me I skated like my back was broken. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's awesome. Well, hey, guys, obviously every time you get a team together, locker room is
is about to begin here at the South County Recreation Complex, the Wayne C. Kennedy Recreation Complex in South County. Jake, Hunter, any final thoughts before puck drop?
I mean, just really looking forward to this one. It's going to have to be a prove-it game for Lafayette here, and got to start off quick.
Just like that, we are underway. The Tigers win the faceoff back and try to get it deep. Puck held up at the blue line. Now they do. It's Dewey Rogers. Wrists one in, a quick shot, and it goes just wide. Lancers get it now. Allen on the near side. Up to the point. They try to get the red line. It's in the feet, and now they get it deep. Lancers put the puck in. Picked up by the Tigers. They try to break out. Still can't get it out. Held in at the blue line. There's more shoots from the point, and he scores. Wicked wrister from the point. 30 seconds in, and the Lancers have a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's a way to start early. I mean, just kind of a broken play, and it rolls to Moore from the point, just tries to get one down deep and ends up putting one into the net.
When you're starting off slow on a season, you really have to start off hot, and they get it within the first minute. They're inside the net, and they've got themselves a lead.
A little bit of a circle between all the officials discussing something here. Not sure what it could be. Puck got in pretty clean once they finally got it in.
I didn't see anything off with the play. So it's going to count.
It's going to be a good goal. Moore's going to get it. It's Kellen Moore, the defenseman. Getting things started early for the Lancers. That's a dream start.
And just kind of a slow reaction to it. I don't think it was a real quick pickup there by Metzing in the net. Just didn't see it the full way, and it ended up going high blocker side.
A great wrist shot. Yeah, they just beat Metzing clean. Face-off one again by the Tigers. The Lancers pick it up now. 2-0 if they hurry. They have it. A shot and a great blocker save from Metzing. Puck lands behind the net. At the point now, held in by Hubert. Back behind the net to Wolf. Wolf tries to center. The Tigers still can't clear. Dean keeps it in. Down low to Wolf. Wolf loses the puck, comes up back near the blue line. 2 Tigers on him. Dean puts it back deep, but it's picked off. A chance if they hurry for the Tigers. It's number 26, Brody Yelling, but he can't get there. Dean now, down low. Picked up by the Tigers, and now the Lancers have it, and they try to break out. Not many options. They try to find Wolf, but it just goes all the way back to Aiden Elrod, and he'll play catch with his D partner. Lancers put it deep. Elrod down to the near side corner to pick it up. Plays it over to Schmaltz. Schmaltz on the breakout, can't get it cleanly, and the Lancers put it back deep. Schmaltz again, tries to reverse. Puck battle on the boards. Sokolich. The Tigers get it, but now put down low by Sam Rizzuto. Rizzuto now. And a penalty called on the play in the near side corner. It's going to be John Schmaltz going to the box.
And we'll see. I think he's going to go, I believe it's for a roughing. We'll see what the hand motion is. It was just a little bit something high, yeah. It was just slightly after the play, lost his stick. And just a little bit after the play, I mean, my mind, not too much of a penalty. I mean, I don't know. That was a really close play, but referee calls it a penalty, and we get our first power play chance of the game for Lafayette.
Tigers win the face-off, but the puck goes back into the corner. Bokern battling. Moore now at the point for the Lancers. Plays catch with his partner. Down low. Allen now on the far side. Tried to cross ice some more. Good stick, but the Lancers hold it at the line. Moore now puts it back deep for Wolf behind the net. Bokern picks it up, and he shoots at the length of the ice, and no, it just goes out of play into the Oakville bench, and that puck will stay in the zone.
I don't think anyone on the Oakville bench saw that one coming. And you just got to keep that one low. Got to recognize where you're at in your spot. And, I mean, a good attempt there by Oakville. It's a little bit of good puck movement, and you're seeing a little bit cleaner for the Lancers trying to set up.
Yeah, can't get the good looks so far. They're getting pucks in deep, but then Oakville's picking it off, and they're just slowing down that power play. Face-off one this time by the Lancers. Moore circles the circle. Puts it up for Allen. Allen with it now. With Parks at the blue line, he just puts it into the corner. Battle for it. Moore gets it. Tries to center. Deflected deep. Picked off by Drezik for the Tigers. Drezik now behind the net's in his feet. Tries to ice it. Fans on it. Now Wolf has it behind the net. Tries to reverse. Bokern there. Chips it out. Here's Dewey Rogers. With speed. Here come the Tigers. All alone is Milo Patterson. The puck comes back up to Allen at the blue line. Patterson goes into the boards hard. Allen now 2-on-2 with Wolf. Shot gets blocked into the corner. Good block from Cameron Spur.
That was a beautiful hit on the backside there by Quentin Parks.
Wolf now in the corner battling with Kyle Henry. Comes out to Ross. Ross shot right into the midsection. Good save by Metzing, and the Tigers clear.
Yeah, I mean, really good chance for Ross out in front. Popped right out to him, right in the bottom half of the near side circle. Just need to put that up higher. I mean, Metzing's not the tallest goaltender in the world. That's what, I mean, kind of bit him in that first goal.
Here come the Lancers now. A great move in from Quentin Parks. Just lost at the last second, and Metzing covers. First period is brought to you by Vantage Credit Union, your financial partner for life in Metro St. Louis. Learn more at vcu.com. 24 seconds to go still on the Lancer power play. It's going to be Basin in for the Lancers to take it against Noser. Braden Noser, one of the people we talked to on Too Many Men on the Mic on the pregame show. One back. Now the Tigers try to clear. Blocked by their own men. They keep it in. Hubert puts it into the far corner, and Basin chases. Battle down low. It's Basin and Elrod. And the Tigers clear with 7 seconds now on the Lancer penalty. That should just about do it as Hubert picks it up behind the net. Tries to find Basin. This one might go all the way, the length of the ice. Elrod chasing, and the Lancers ice it, and that's the end of the power play.
Not a bad look on a penalty kill for Oakville. Just not a lot of quality chances. Really one good look. And a good job by Lafayette, though. They were moving the puck well. They set it up really, really good inside of the offensive zone.
Lafayette just didn't have a lot of chances to really get going on it and get a lot of shots to the net.
Great work on the penalty kill from the Tigers. They win the faceoff, and it goes in deep. Peterson now behind the net. Ezra Peterson battling with Hubert. Puck goes up to the point now. Quick shot. It's turned aside by the goaltender for Lafayette, Peter Tamaris. Lancers now, they'll just turn and ice it, and it's going to have the legs it will.
You got to look for a better breakout there. And I get that you're kind of squashed in your own offensive zone, but you don't want to just resort to icing it every single time you go down. So you want to have a cleaner breakout if you're the Lancers, because clearly, I mean, they've had some good looks already. I mean, they've already put one in the back of the net. So just got to get a cleaner exit out of your own zone.
The records might tell you one thing, but certainly Lafayette's the one that came out of the gates flying with that early goal from Kellen Moore. Face-off won by the Tigers. Puck comes up to the point now. Drezek puts it back down deep for Dewey Rogers, the leading goal scorer for the Tigers. Rogers now tries to center, backdoor feed, all alone, and it goes just wide. Forehand, backhand attempt. And what a chance for the Tigers. That was Milo Patterson. Good move. Tripped up was a Lancer on a great 1-on-3 opportunity. No call. Move out the line. Here's Ross. Ross takes it in deep. Another good move. He's going to drive the net. Tries to put it 5-hole. And the Tigers are going to ice it. It's Kyle Henry picking him up.
That was just a really good rush up by Turner Allen. I mean, so much speed on the legs of 88, able to push it through. Couldn't get fully in and then just got hit really hard, real clean as well, walking into the slot. Good defensive play by Oakville.
Aside from that one grade A chance just now for Oakville, it has been all Lafayette early, and they look like a team that's showing some fight despite their 0-4 record.
It is still early in the season, a lot of hockey left to play. So the Lancers certainly have a chance to turn things around early, and they're looking to do that tonight. They win the faceoff, but it comes back to the Tigers now to the point for Moore. Moore rips a wrister, and Metzing sees it all the way and makes a glove save.
Not a bad shot at all. Moore knows that he's what he did last time out. That time Metzing, though, sees it the whole way, puts up a nice, clean glove, able to snag it.
Good save from Metzing. Great job by the Tigers in front of the net, clearing all the traffic, so Metzing has a good sight to the puck. Wolf tangles up on the faceoff. Puck goes back in for Elrod. He swings it around. Here's Milo Patterson down low. Looking to break out, but the Lancers hold it in. Fire one to the net, and it's loose. A great save with the blocker on Metzing. The puck goes behind the net, and the Tigers try to ice it, and it's held in by Moore at the point, and he puts it back deep. Lobman has Elrod on him. Backdoor feed, no one's there. Up to the line, up to the point now. Great forehand, backhand move. And a good stick, and here's Patterson, 2-on-1, 3-on-1 for the Tigers if they hurry. Patterson with it. Drops it off. Dewey Rogers tries to go back door, and it's sticked away. Tigers keep it in. One-timer from the point. Kicked away by Tamaris. In the corner, Patterson. Dewey Rogers, first one to it for Oakville. He's just going to circle it back down. Oh, back over to Milo Patterson. And the Lancers pick it up, and they're going to shoot that one the length of the ice. And it's an icing call. The MidStates Hockey Game of the Week is brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel.
Just a good hem in there by Oakville, but I mean, going towards the net, you need a little bit quicker the decision making. Held on to it a little bit too long in that 3-on-2 chance.
Tigers win it back, and Bokert puts it in deep. Puck comes back up to the point. Lancers strip it, but the Tigers get it right back. Here's Yelling. Brody Yelling with a good move. He's in 1-on-1. Backhand feed, and it goes wide. Carson Christopher battling with the Lancer in the corner, and he lifts a stick and keeps it in, but not for long, and it goes off of Rickerman, the referee. Not going to be too happy about that one. And the Tigers put it back deep. Held in by the Tigers. And battle ensues in the corner. Yelling. Still going behind the net. Yelling still going. Back up to the point now. Here's Christopher with a wrist shot, and it goes just wide. Lancers now, they'll try to break out again. Instead, this puck will come back out to center ice for John Schmaltz. Schmaltz over to Boker and goes off his skate to Christopher. It's picked up by the Lancers. Base them 2-on-1 if they hurry. 1-on-1 now. Ross tries to cut to his backhand at a good stick, and the puck goes into the corner. Up to the point now, Allen, he's got room. Toe drags around one to his forehand. Great blocker save from Metzing. Allen keeps it. It's going to come back up to the point for Hubert. Hubert wrists one down low, deflected off an Oakville defender, and a good save from Metzing. Puck comes back on front, a shot, and they score. The Lancers add another one on the board. Great one-time shot from the slot.
Lafayette showing that they are not going to quit.
Yeah, Luke Ross, that was a great play out in front. Just a couple of quick shots, and that's what a bunch of just quick rebounds, quick going right to the net. Every single time, they didn't hesitate. Shot on, rebound kicks out, shot back on, eventually rolls around. Everyone's sucking down deep, and eventually it comes right back out to Ross with a nice wrister, beating Metzing glove side.
The Tigers certainly got caught puck watching a little bit there. Hubert to his D partner, and they'll put it in deep. That was Sean Dean. Hubert battling on the point for the Lancers. Puck comes out. It's held in. Hubert now puts it deep. Can't get it all the way there. Stopped by Chase Drezek, and he puts it back to his own partner, and they try to break out now. Tipped out, and almost held in, but not quite. Puck comes back out to center ice for Diner. He picks it off, and a Tiger takes a spill. Just absolutely loses his footing. That's Lucas Althich. Tamaris is going to stop this one behind the net as the Lancers try to break out. Puck hops over the stick. It's going to be Drezek. He's in a foot race with Rizzuto, and Drezek's there first. He picks it up. Stretch pass. Tigers can go if they hurry. It just knocks off the stick of Althage and goes behind the net. Stretch pass, nobody, pissed up by Drezek. Tigers clear again. Peterson puts it back in his own end. Peterson's going to take it himself. Tries to start the breakout with Drezek. Drezek puts it off the glass, and the Lancers pick it up with Moore. Moore tries to go cross ice to his partner, almost picked off. Here comes Steinbrunner. Steinbrugge dishes one off. Great blocker save. A high stick. Went towards the net. Tigers touch it. The Parks keeps in. Wrister from the point. Metzing sees it all the way and makes the save.
Now, there's got to be a little bit more fight here from Oakville. I mean, it's just a really clean breakout so far from Lafayette, moving it up by some really good stretch passes, and the skating movement's been really good too. Overall, everything's just been really, really clean from Lafayette. The puck movement as well, setting up really good chances. And right there, obviously not as much traffic you'd want in front of the net, but a good shot coming in from Moore. Just couldn't find a stick.
Yeah, Moore has not been shy at all to shoot the puck towards the net from the point, and you love to see it. Not just chipping it into the corner. Lancers went it back to Moore. And now Ross, wrist shot. Metzing makes the save. It comes out. Allen almost on the back door, but he can't get it. Here's Dewey Rogers. He's in 2-on-2. Rogers is going to try and keep it. Centering feed. And a good stick from the Lancers. And now they'll go back 2-on-2. Allen, 4-on-2 now. Moore with it. Takes it deep. Moore's keeping it himself. Tries to go backhand through the 5-hole. And Metzing makes the save.
And a scrum after. And in a spot like that, I don't hate the idea of trying to take it down low with the shot, because if at that point it's super predictable that it's going to be passed over. A really good play, just maybe a little bit quicker with it. Try and find an open spot out wide or in the slot. A good 4-on-2 though by the Lancers, and Oakville just a tough one again. It's just a little bit slow trying to shoot it across on the odd man rush going the other way. Good save on the backside by Melting. Almost didn't have it, was squeaking around. They got shoving around and a couple extra shoves afterwards as well.
Ross lines up across from Dewey Rogers for the faceoff. Ross, it's in his skates, and Rogers picks it up and puts it back to Schmaltz, who's going to try and get it up to Noser at the point. He fires it the length of the ice, and this one's going to be in icing. Vantage Credit Union wants to give you a little financial boost right now. They're offering you $250 to join as a new member. Just open a new checking account and use promo code STL250. It's that easy. Whether you're saving for hockey tickets, gear, or your next financial goal, Vantage is here to help. Don't wait. Visit vcu.com/checking250 today. Face off coming to the blocker side of Metzing. One back, and Bokern wraps it around. A couple guys tied up at the point. Yelling can find Christopher, but it goes just behind him and in. And Christopher, one-time shot. One of the first shots that Tamaris has seen in a little while. Kind of caught him a little off guard.
Tamaris has been watching hockey from 200 feet away. He hasn't had much action down there. Oakville has not been able to hold the zone. They've had a lot of chances, but they have not had a lot of sustained pressure in the offensive zone.
4:55 to go in the first. The Lancers lead 2-0 over the Oakville Tigers. Puck battle at the point, and the Lancers get it out. Yelling now. Puts it back in for Bokern. Tigers clear, and Dean picks it up. Has one on him. Dean spins off and puts the puck, tries to put the puck in deep, finds his own man, then does. And Metzing's just going to glove that one down.
A little bit of an interesting play by Metzing. Would have liked to see him just throw that into the corner, get into a better spot, keep the play moving.
Now you have a very crucial defensive zone faceoff for Oakville, who has been very, very timid on their defensive play when they're backed up in a corner, and they have been all night.
Steinbrugge's going to line up across from Ezra Peterson on the faceoff. Steinbrugge wins it. Wolf now. Steinbrugge shot from the circle. And it's blocked, and Schmaltz picks it up behind the net. He's going to try and flip one out to center ice. And it's going to take a bounce, but the Lancers put it right back in. Here's Schmaltz. Tries to take it down low. Tries to break out. Gets lucky that Steinbrugge couldn't handle it, and it comes out of the zone. Bokern. Cross-ice feed. Just goes over the stick of Sullivan Gentz, and the puck goes in deep. He's battling now. Gentz with Peterson. Peterson in the corner. Tries to center, but no one's there. Wolf's going to pick it up. Look for a cross-ice feed. Instead, he's going to try and chip it off the boards to Steinbrugge, but it's just going to go a little too far in the length of the ice for an icing.
A lot of breakout passes that just have not connected thus far for Lafayette. You would think if they can get a couple more of those, they are going to have a lot more breakaway chances when Oakville is getting their own breakaway chances, but then immediately turning the puck back over to Lafayette.
Yeah, they're certainly getting the right looks. They're just not connecting whatsoever, looking down ice. Need to have a little bit cleaner passes coming out of the zone.
Lancers win it back. More wrist one around, but it comes back up to the point. And now the Lancers can have a breakaway if they hurry. Good move. Rizzuto now. Rizzuto from the circle. The shot goes high. Big hit on the boards. Diner still able to get the puck deep. And Peterson just so slightly overskates it. Now it's picked up by Henry. Lancers keep it in. A big hit. Peterson blew up. Diner at the blue line. Tigers finally clear. And Moore tries to put it right back in. Diner now. He gets the puck deep. Stopped by Metzing. Picked up by Henry. Tries to break out to Peterson. Backhand feed. Dewey Rogers tries to settle it down. And Noser couldn't get there. Chase Drezik puts that one into the far side corner. Off the glass, the Lancers clear it out again. Here's Drezik, near side. Fires one back in. Picked up behind the net by Parks. Tries to ring it around. Peterson will keep it in. Noser with a good move at the blue line down to Peterson. He's got him on the back door. Peterson shoots it high. Had Dewey Rogers, the Tigers' leading goal scorer, on the back door wide open. Now the Lancers 3-on-2 if they hurry. Ross is going to keep it himself. Shot goes off the post. Had Metzing beat on the glove side and just rang it off the post. Kick save from Metzing. Puck comes back out to Allen. He's going to put it back deep. And the Tigers try to ice it. Allen holds the blue line with a wicked wrister, and he scores. Allen with a wrist shot from the blue line. Dings one off the post, and the Lancers lead 3-0.
I mean, what a shot across. And it just started immediately. Oakville just can't get it out of their zone. It drops back, and another gorgeous wrister coming from the same side, the same point. A beautiful shot off the post and in, just letting it rip. Turner Allen, a beauty. And that now triples the amount of goals that Lafayette has scored in one game. Already doubled it early on, and now this is the first time they've scored more than one goal in a game, make that more than 2 goals as well. This is now our 3rd goal, first time all season.
2 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the first. Lafayette Lancers lead the Oakville Tigers 3-0. Lancers clear, 2-on-2 now. Wolf with Steinbrugge. Wolf keeps it himself. Shot gets blocked. Tigers try to break out once again. Picked off by the Lancers, and they just shoot it right back in. Tigers having a lot of struggles early on just getting the puck out and even getting the puck deep. Elrod now shoots at the length of the ice, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing.
There's another breakaway pass that Oakville this time makes a mistake on, doesn't connect. They've had a lot of chances on a breakaway that are really, really good, but they just have not been able to find the back of the net. They miss a pass inside the blue paint, and now it's going to be Lafayette that's going to be riding high on this momentum as this period winds down.
And the Lancers came out flying. Oakville came out a little flat-footed, still there. Quick shot off the faceoff. Steinbrugge, and Mexing makes the glove save. Got a minute 46 seconds to go here in the opening frame. Wolf's going to line up against Yelling. They're going to kick Wolf and Yelling.
Interesting. I've never seen him kick them both.
Steinbrugge's going to come in for the Lancers. Christopher for the Tigers. Steinbrugge wins it. Yelling gets a stick on it, comes out to the point, but the Lancers put it back in. Schmaltz now tries to stick one forward. It's Hounds in the corner. Puck comes back to him. Schmaltz is just going to chip this one out. Might have the legs, goes all the way down, and no icing. The rest wave it off at the last second. The linesman, rather. Wolf now. Good step by Bokern to pick it off at the blue line. Bokern hounding Wolf. And Peterson puts it deep. Peterson with Christopher. Peterson now in the corner. He's going to take it to the net himself. Tries to go short side. Tomaris makes the save. Puck's still loose. Kicks out to Schmaltz, and he backhands one back into Christopher. Now Peterson. Sokolich on the near side with Bokern pinching. Tigers got to have someone cover for him, and now Christopher does. Flip toward the net by Gentz, and an easy glove save by Tomaris.
Just holding it to the outside a bit too much right now, and Oakville, they're cutting in good. They're kind of putting themselves into bad spots. They're really struggling to move it through. And you also got to hand to the Lancers. The positioning defensively has been really, really sound, not allowing anything going into the slot. I mean, again, it's only been maybe one good chance for Oakville so far here today.
Parks now just inside the blue line. Now the puck gets a little deeper. Now the Tigers behind the net trying to shovel one in front was Althage. The puck goes back to the other side. Sokolich kept in by Drezik. Althage now in the corner gets hit. Goes down. No call. Lancers try to ice. Picked up by Drezik at the blue line. Has one on him. Tries to chip it forward to Peterson. Now it's Althage. Althage now tries to center, and Moore just does a great job. Drives him into the boards. Rizzuto picks it up. Tries to find Basin. Shot from the point. Looking for a deflection. Not sure if it hit the post or if Tomaris made a save, but either way, the puck stays out. And that's going to do it for the first period. The Lancers control the entire pace of play, and they lead 3-0.
I mean, just a really strong period. The Lancer team that, I mean, by the record, you wouldn't have guessed how well they would have came out here today, and they just came out flying to start this period. 3 goals already, most goals they've scored in the game. Almost doubling the amount of goals or almost tying the amount of goals that they've scored all season total. They've only scored 4 goals, and now they already have 3 up here. And they're playing some really good hockey all across the board.
They're playing really, really strong. They came out with a little bit of an intensity. Maybe the thought process of, hey, we need to show some fight and get ourselves in the win column before this season gets too late and too dreary for us to go and have some hopes here down the stretch.
Well, head coach Phil Jocko has some adjustments to make, and he has to make them quick. Second period between the Tigers and Lancers comes up next.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickles St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill.
Period 2 underway. Lancers win the face-off back to Parks. Lancers trying to get the blue line. Good move. Here's Milo Patterson. Patterson tries to find Rogers. Back to Patterson from the circle. Wrist shot. And it goes in. He scores. Patterson beats Tamaris over the glove. And the Tigers have hope. 3-1 Lancers.
It took all of 17 seconds. A clean break in. It popped back out and unintentionally, but to the benefit there of Milo Patterson, and he's able to roof it. I thought Tamaris had the save. He closed the glove at it. It looked like the composure of him thought it was a save made, but it popped in.
A little delayed reaction from him there, too.
And the first reaction came from the Oakville bench, seeing that puck go in the net. Tigers win the faceoff and quickly send it down the ice for an icing. Second period is brought to you by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. That's certainly the start that the Tigers wanted after that first period, guys.
Yeah, I mean, the intensity that they were playing with just was not there, and they come out, they get a quick one early here in the second, maybe get some momentum going and try and thin this down to a one-goal lead going into the third.
Dewey Rogers wins it back to Drezek, and the Tigers try to break out. I keep saying lines because we just did a Lindenwood game last night. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it down.
It's a little bit difficult.
It is. Now Parks down low for the Lancers, puts it back up to the point more. Now Parks. Parks whips a wrister. It's blocked by Drezek. And now the Tigers got to hurry. Noser. Dewey Rogers tries to go one-on-one with Moore, and Moore wins it and puts it back to his partner, Parks. Held in by Milo Patterson. Patterson sticks it back below the net to Dewey Rogers. Here comes Ross for the Lancers. One-on-one, Ross with a lot of speed. Cuts to the middle, tries to get a shot off, but good defense from Milo Patterson on the back check. Backhand feed, looking for Keller, and good stick. Noser now at the blue line. Wins it. 2-on-1 for the Tigers if they hurry. It's Patterson with Rogers. Patterson dished off to Rogers, and Rogers just got swarmed. Here's Noser. It's Patterson backdoor. Patterson just took a second too long, and he rips it wide. He had an empty net if he shot it a second sooner. Here comes Steinbrugge now. Across the center ice into the Tiger zone. Steinbrugge, good move to the middle, and gets this. The Tigers get a stick on it, and it's saved by Metzing. Pace of play certainly sped up here a little bit to start the second period. Tigers got a new fire under them. Just trying to get themselves back into this game. 3-1 Lancers, 13-13 to go in the second. Puck won by the Tigers, and they just chip it out. Foot race almost won by Christopher. Now Yelling. Yelling keeps it in. Yelling. Wrister saved by Tamaris. Tried to slide it through his 5-hole.
And not a bad shot. Pop back out. A clean look coming back in by Yelling and wanted to go low. I don't hate that at all.
Well, if you see it, you might as well try it. You never know. You never know. Yelling's going to line up for the faceoff for the Tigers against Rizzuto. Tigers win it and put it deep. Yelling tries to get it behind the net. Yelling spins off one, tries it back into Christopher, finds him. Now up to the point for Elrod. Elrod, wrister blocked. Still with him. Elrod backhands one and takes a big hit on the boards, and the Lancers shoot at the length of the ice for an icing. .43 now to go here in the second period. Tigers trying to get themselves back into it. A little more zone time now for the Tigers. Just got to try and get one more quick.
Yeah, really strong response to start off this period. And sometimes you say, hey, not the period we want. We need to respond quickly, but this is not our game. Let's get back to it. And I think that's what Oakville did to start off this second period.
Lancers win the face-off. Here's Peterson for the Tigers. Came up to Steinbrugge. Lancers try to clear. Two Tigers run into each other. And Spur takes a spill. 2-on-1 for the Lancers. Laumann. Steinbrugge has the puck. Steinbrugge, far side, keeps it himself. Metzing doesn't know where it is, and it's loose, and the Lancers knock it in, but the whistle went. It was a loose puck, but the refs lost sight of it, blew the play dead before Lauman knocked the puck into the back of the net.
Unfortunately for the Lancers, that is the right call. It was not seen by the official, and they tell you once you lose sight, you're supposed to blow the whistle, and it was underneath the goaltender Metzing, but just ever so slightly a good catch on the backside by the Lancers to see that it was still loose for the second, but whistle goes, right call.
Yeah, that would have taken the air out of the sails for the Tigers for sure. Just got themselves back into this one.
Yeah, the Tigers have had some very, very strong ability in this period to respond and to enforce their will upon Lafayette inside of their O-zone. They just got to keep them out of the back of the net and find another one.
Dewey Rogers wins the faceoff back, and the Tigers just shoot this one the length of the ice for another icing.
Dewey Rogers has had a lot of chances tonight and hasn't found the back of the net yet, but you got to feel like it's coming. He's had a lot of really good looks on a breakaway, just one or two moves away from being able to pot one.
Dewey Rogers leads the Oakville Tigers team with 5 goals so far this season. Tries to win it back. The Lancers win it. Puck's still bouncing around in front. Parks tries to whip around, finally gets control and shoots it high. Bokern battling with Keller. Keller gets the puck. It's in his skates. He can't find it. Now Parks. Parks tries to backhand one down to Keller. Now Keller has it. Puts it in even further for Schmaltz for the Tigers. Looking to break out. Puck comes to Parks looking for Patterson. Parks with a wrist shot blockered away by Metzing. Tigers can't clear again. Bokern now takes it behind the net. Just goes cross ice right to the stick of Parks. Didn't have anybody. Parks with a nice move to shoo off Patterson and puts it right back in behind the net. And Bokern will pick it right back up. Puts it over to Noser. Noser gets sticked away by Keller looking for the centering feed. And Bokern just puts it right back to Parks. Turnaround shot and it goes just wide. Parks now for the Lancers. Tries to drive. Tries to fire it near side. Gets it into the midsection of Metzing. And Schmaltz is going to take exception to that extra whack from Parks.
And Schmaltz is going to go. That's just egregious. That extra little whack, two-handed with a baseball-esque swing. Can't be doing that if you're Schmaltz.
Nope. Down two goals after the hot start by Lafayette. Frustration mounting a little bit. It's just an unnecessary penalty that's going to be taken here. And the Tigers are going to have to kill off a penalty in a spot where they really need to be at even strength or even themselves on the power play.
There certainly was a small little tap on Metzing's pad after the play, but nothing to warrant a two-hander like that. Wolf will line up for the Lancers across from Yelling for the Tigers. Second power play opportunity for Lafayette. Yelling ties up, but the Lancers get it more to the point now. Parks with it on the near side. Him and Allen will switch spots. Parks now back to his backhand. Over to Moore. Moore from the top of the circle. Wrister blockered away by Metzing. Now Parks in the far side corner. Parks with it behind the net to Wolf. Tigers try to clear, but Allen will get it and scoop it right back low on the backhand. Allen now on the near side. Muffed a clearance by Oakville, and the shot goes high from Allen and comes all the way out. Parks will take it back into his own end. Parks with a good move. Taking it up himself. Crosses the blue line now. Parks, good move to his backhand. He'll take it to the corner. He's still with it. Looking for some help. Getting hounded by Drezek. Drezek all over him. Good defense from Drezek, trying to pin him on the boards. Now the Lancers have help. Ross there with him. Ross and Parks, an arm goes up. I think the Lancers are gonna go. I think there's gonna be 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 5 seconds until a Tiger power play.
Yeah, for a hold. And it was just the over the top, trying to argue the case, Quentin Parks. We're going to be 4-on-4 for 1:05.
Oh, Hunter, you said before that's really not what you want if you're the Tigers, and the Lancers kind of just gave him a gift right there.
They did. They give him a gift, and now you got a lot of space on the ice with 4-on-4. Look for Oakville to find the way to get Dewey Rogers the puck in space, especially once that 1 minute and 5 is left, and you're going to have a power play for 55 seconds.
A lot of extra ice out here right now. Forwards for the Tigers, Patterson and Dewey Rogers. Steinberge for the Lancers is going to pick it off the face-off and take it himself. Tries to chip it forward. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Steinberge, wrist shot gets blocked. Patterson dishes one off to Dewey Rogers. He's Dewey Rogers breakaway. Back at forehand. just can't get it through. And a great defensive play from the Lancers and number 55, Franco DeLuca Hubert on the back check.
And tried to make just one too many moves on that back or on the breakaway.
Lancers shoot one on, and Metzing swallows it up in the midsection, but that was the biggest chance other than the scoring opportunity from the Tigers so far to get themselves back into the game. And who else would you want to have the puck on the stick than Dewey Rogers?
Yeah, and then he just got a little bit too tight to the goalie, and Tamaris was able to make a good stop and keep him out of the net and keep this a 2-goal lead as the clock winds down on the Oakville penalty.
Moore now battling with Patterson. Moore keeps it. Now Ross. Play is going to get whistled down for a hand pass. The MidStates Game of the Week is brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. 9:38 to go here in the second. Lafayette Lancers lead the Oakville Tigers 3-1 with 17 seconds to go on this 4-on-4, and the Tigers will have a 55-second power play. Patterson lines up against Ross. Ross wins it back for the Lancers. Moore now over to Dean. Dean to Ross. Ross still has. He's going to circle back to the blue line. He's getting hooked. Puck comes out. No arm up. Milo Patterson with a lot of speed on Moore, but Moore turns. Allen now. Now the Tigers are on the power play. Patterson picks it up, looking for Noser. Glove down by Moore. It's in his skates. Moore now all alone. No one with him. Gets stopped in the snow, and he just has to kick it in deep, and he's still with it. Tigers just not trying to steal the puck from him, letting Moore stay with it. Now they do. Drezik now for the Tigers below the net. Feeds it up, and it goes straight to Dean for the Lancers. Chopped by Dewey Rogers, 1-on-1. Rogers' wrist shot just goes high. Patterson tries to hold it at the point. Trips Ross, and that's going to negate the Tigers' power play. 25 seconds. 4-on-4 coming up before the Lancers will have 1:35.
Just a rough one on the backside. He tried to switch around to go get back at that puck. Milo Patterson and just hit the skates. Ends up getting the trip and back to 4-on-4 hockey.
Look for Lafayette to set something up here off this faceoff win before they get into a power play situation. Try and get something moving with the 4-on-4. If you get it early, then you get another 2 minutes.
That's what Lafayette's going to try to do. They're going to try and win and possess. Basin with a great tie-up, and the Lancers win it. Shot from the point, still loose in front. Good couple of saves from Metzing, and the Lancers still have it. Now Drezik just tries to fire at the length, and it comes out of the zone. Now Moore at the blue line. Dishes it off to his partner, Hubert. Hubert gets the red line and puts it deep. Metzing's going to stop it. 5 to go on the Lancer penalty, and then they'll have a power play. Tigers now still battling. Hubert battling low. Throws the hands up to the head of Hubert. He's got to be careful. Hubert centering feed off a Drezik. Backhand attempt from Basin. It's still loose in front. Tigers try to clear. Goes off their own man, Loudman. And they finally do. Moore kicks it down. It's only going to come out to center ice. Here's Parks. Parks tries to take a skate and takes a spill, but stays with it. Parks just backhands one deep. Noser tries to blow him up. Drezik picks it up behind the net. He's going to fire one off the boards, and the Tigers finally clear. A minute left on this power play, 7:50 to go in the second. Parks is going to slow up behind the net. Cross-ice feed from Allen looking for Ross, and Moore's just going to have to backhand it in. Wolf chasing, and a quick fire down the ice by Elrod. Kill off more time for the Tigers. Christopher crashing hard on Tamaris, and he has to be quick with it, and he was. Allen in his own end. Wrist one up looking for Wolf. He settles it down. Tries to dish one off to Moore, and it's picked up by Christopher. Tries to take it himself. A couple Lancers converge on him. He just has to shoot one in, and Tamaris is going to cover.
Yeah, just a tough play there. As racing in for a chance was Carson Christopher, and I mean, that's just keep going to that puck, force that play to stop, because now you got to face off back in. It slows down the Lancers trying to continue this power play moving forward.
Tigers will certainly look to win this one back. Kill off the remaining 20 seconds. This power play with 7:09 to go. Yelling's going to line up against Rizzuto. The rest are going to kick Rizzuto. That's going to be Basin to line up for the faceoff. Basin versus Yelling. Yelling wins it, but puts it into the corner. Christopher chases, picks it up, has 2 on him. Rizzuto just shoots it, tries to get it out, and Elrod holds the point. Christopher tries to put it deep. Christopher still batting with 3 Lancers, and Christopher has the puck. Wrist shot, good kick save from Tamaris. Yelling holds it at the point. Just tries to wrist one in. It gets deflected into the far corner. Christopher tries to get it. Lancers chip one out. Oh, almost too many men on the ice for the Tigers. Puck comes into the Tigers zone. Brought in by the Tigers, but the Lancers are offside. Still offsides. And they finally blow the play dead as Basom didn't realize the play was offsides and was all over Kyle Henry.
Yeah, they're going to be lucky that this isn't all the way down because, I mean, that's right in front of the official. He's barking in your ear, and he still did not get out of the zone. So the Lancers are lucky this isn't all the way down in their own zone.
It certainly could be for considering intentional offside. Lancers win it 2-on-2. Wolf to Lawman had the shot, but a good stick from Schmaltz, and it goes into the corner. Yelling now. Tigers are at even strength. Christopher just chips one up. Here come the Tigers. Good back check from the Lancers. Slows that opportunity. Puck held in by Boker and just flips one deep. Can't get it all the way. Now here's Wolf. Wolf doesn't have anyone with him, so he just has to backhand it in. And Schmaltz is going to retrieve it. Schmaltz off the boards looking for Christopher. Gets it with the backhand, comes up into the netting and out of play. Well, the Tigers came out flying to start the second, but since then it's been pretty even. I wouldn't say one side controls the pace of play so far here in the second period.
No, it was a really strong start, but it was a good response as well on the outside or on the other side for the Lancers, able to push back up and move their way forward and just even out the play right now. And like you said, I mean, it's been relatively even, but I mean, after a hot start, just a good job by Lafayette to just simmer down Oakville just enough to keep it even keel so far.
Gentz blocks the attempt at the line. If the Tigers hurry, they have a 2-on-1. Back feed to Gentz in the center ice, and it just bounces over his stick. Dean now. Lancers just clear it back into the zone for the Tigers. Schmaltz. Althage on the backhand. Gentz puts it deep. Sokolic, rather. Tamar stops it for Rizzuto behind the net. Rizzuto, cross-ice feed. Dangerous pass, but the Lancers still pick it up. Fired in deep, and Metzing just steers it into the corner. Now behind the net for Drezik. Drezik wrists one up to the point, hoping Althage is there, but he can't get it in time, and Moore keeps it in. Battled for down low. Up to the point for Moore. Misses his stick, and it comes out to center ice. Moore kind of gave a little bit of a shiver up high to Lucas Althage, but from our angle looked very unintentional, just coincidental, like cause of the play.
Yeah, just a collision in open ice, simply put. Rough play for the Tigers, but not an interference.
Certainly no poor intent on the play at all whatsoever. Dean puts it back low. Noser gets dumped.
So solid reverse hit right there.
It was from Allen. Just stepping up. Shot from the point goes high. Patterson tries to center. Dewey Rogers, and a good save from Tamaris as Rogers had it in the slot. Here comes Ross, 2-on-2 for the Lancers. Ross going to keep it himself, fires it wide. Moore at the point. Great back check from Noser, and Patterson gets hooked on the play. Patterson still has it now at the blue line. Has Rogers center ice. Patterson takes it low. Picked off by Parks. Held in by Drezik, who throws a hit on Keller. Looking for the stretch pass was Ross, but it's picked off by Drezik and put back in by the Tigers. Lancers now just chip one out to center. Drezik just going to fire one off the glass to Ross. 3:49 to go here in the second. And Ross is just going to spin around and put it deep into the Tigers zone. Now behind the net for Drezik. Drezik up to the point now. Christopher, 2-on-2 for the Tigers. Dewey Rogers going to take it himself, tries the toe drag, and it's sticked away by Kellen Moore. Ross has got to hurry, and if he does, he's got a breakaway, but a good stick on the back end from number 28, Cameron Spur, but Ross still has it now behind the net. Ross with a great move on his backhand, tries to center. Now Keller picks it up behind the net. Backhanded up to the point. Moore keeps it in. Good skate. Chip back in for Keller. Puck rides the boards. And now the Tigers finally pick it up. Have Dewey Rogers on a breakaway if they can find it, but great glove from Parks. Just gloves it down, tries to fire it back into the zone, fires it into his own bench. and out of play. Our MidStates Game of the Week is brought to you by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. Joe salutes all of the players and coaches in tonight's game. For more information, call Joe Watson at 314-872-8900 or search Joe Watson at Stiefel.com. Face-off one back by the Lancers. 3 minutes to go now in the second period. In the Tiger zone, Elrod just flips one out to center. Christopher gets it on the backhand and shovels it in deep. It's going to go for an icing. He just didn't quite get the red line. Just didn't quite get it.
And mere feet away. About a foot or two, even just behind it. Unfortunate break for the Tigers.
It's really important for Oakville here to win the faceoff and get out of their own zone. You got 3 minutes to play here. You got to try and cut this lead down after that fast start.
Quick win from on the faceoff by Steinberg. Attempted near side shot and was fanned on by Loubman. Tigers just fire one off the ice. Takes a bounce. Icing's waved off. This is going to get stopped and kicked away by Tamaris into the corner. The Lancers pick it up. Loubman tries to clear, but it's held in. Here's Christopher. Rister from the point, and Tamaris just scoops it up with the left glove.
Well, they got out quick. They got to cut this lead in half before they head out, especially after that hot start to the period where they were able to kind of silence their demons a little bit from the first.
Yes, they were. Lafayette controlled that entire first period, and the Tigers came out just over 30 seconds in, put one on the board, and made it a 3-1 game. But ever since then, it's been very back and forth, and the Lancers still lead 3-1 with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second. Face-off won by Rogers. Tried to go to the point, and it's picked off. 2-on-2 opportunity for Basin. He's going to put it in deep. Ridgway's going to chase. Plays whistled down.
They're going to take them both.
Taking two.
A little bit of a quick trigger, in my opinion, but we'll skate. See if it'll be coincidentals or 4-on-4 and misconduct handed out as well.
Because I think that the misconduct's going to go to Braden Noser. Must have said the magic word when skating by. Just can't do that. That's something that's always on at Oakville for years and years. Is just you can't say that extra word. You don't have to get that last word in, especially when you're talking to the officials. It's never going to end well.
No, I mean, that's just simply put. So they're going to, looks like we'll skate 5-on-5. So coincidentals on the roughings. Right call. A little bit of a quick trigger on the roughs, but.
Are they waiting for someone else to?
It's just 5-on-5, coincidental penalties. Not something you see in college hockey, but.
I think they gave, but I believe that Noser got a 10-minute misconduct, so they need someone else to serve it.
Yeah, they're going to need a second guy in the box because there's still 2:16 left in the period here.
Yeah, and now they're going to serve it. It's going to be number 48 for the Tigers, Lucas Althage. He's going to go in and serve the 2 minutes for Braden Noser, and then he'll sit for another 10. Tigers try to clear. Have an opportunity for a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Stossel, backdoor to Rogers. Wrist shot, good blocker, save, sliding across from Tamaris.
Rogers has been at the forefront of Oakville's chances. He just has not been able to beat Tamaris.
Yeah, Rogers, like we mentioned before, the leading goal scorer. He's got 5 goals for this Oakville team and 9 points, 4 assists. 5 goals, 9 points. Leads the team in goals, points, and assists. So you want the game on his stick in these big opportunities, but just hasn't been able to find the back of the net so far. A little bit of a delay here. Althage is going to come out of the box.
Not sure what's going on with that.
That's interesting.
So did they just give – my only explanation could be that they gave Noser just a – can you give like a 2-minute just for – maybe they give him a 2-minute unsportsmanlike.
Did they take away the misconduct?
I have no idea.
I don't think you can do that, but
no.
Did they change his mind after 10 seconds?
A little hard when you don't have someone doing a whole bunch of stats behind the scenes.
Yeah, really. We actually have no idea what happened.
Especially when they're facing the wrong way from you.
Yeah, I know.
Can't just scream down at the penalty box saying, hey, what happened?
Yeah, what do you got?
What are you in here for?
Patterson Rister from the point gets blocked and goes high.
I don't think it's prison.
Oh, I really would love to know the call on that, though, because Althage only had to serve like 30 seconds. and then
He
just
came
went
out of the
right back to the
box.
bench.
Well, the best part is they don't put it on the board.
Nope, nothing on the board. Minute 53 to go here in the second. Lancer will be tossed, so now Parks. Rogers on the tie-up. Face-off, and the Lancers get it out. Puck comes to center ice. Patterson now. Milo Patterson, 3-on-2. Patterson, wrist shot blocked. Tried to be feathered toward the net by Stossel. Dewey Rogers now with it on the near side. Picked off by Allen. Allen now with speed, 2-on-2. Shot gets blocked. Falls to Ross, and he scores. Original shot from Allen gets blocked by the Tigers. Comes right out. And a wicked wrister from Ross goes under the glove.
That is a backbreaker for Oakville. Now they're back right where they started at the beginning of this period. Heading into the third, they got 15 minutes. They got about 16 and a half minutes to figure it out.
A really good shot there by Ross. Shot got blocked and quickly fell back to him, pulled it back without even a thought and just ripped it home. A lot of power behind it. Able to beat Metzing glove side. A really nice shot from the slot.
Oakville searching for their third win on the season, but the Lancers came out flying, lead 4-1 in search of their first win on the season. They're 0-4-1. Face-off won by the Tigers. Looking for the stretch pass to Christopher. It goes on net. Tamaris is just going to cover. Had Hubert and Dean if he wanted to give it to him, but just going to take a break. Well, just a quick update from Mr. Jacob Stonik's beautiful computer over here. The Lindenwood Lions just took the lead over Robert Morris, 3-2 in the second.
And Bevilacqua with a big goal. He had a 4-on-1.
Michael
He sniped it and love Big Bevy.
Puck comes out to Yelling from the top of the circle. Shot goes wide. Turned away by Tamaris. Now Diner tries to go cross ice. Instead, it's just going to fall to Drezek. Drezek off the boards. Rizzuto almost kept it in, but bounced over a stick and goes back into the Lancer end. Dynamo tried to clear the zone, hit off of Christopher, but before it came back in, the Tigers were offsides. .7 seconds to go here in the second. Lafayette leads the Oakville Tigers by a score of 4-1. Face-off won by Christopher. Peterson puts it in. Yelling was offside, had to tag up. So Parks gets it, tries to chip it forward, now picked off by Peterson. Pearson, here comes Steinberge. Steinberge had a breakaway if he heard, instead tried to dish it off to Loubman, and Loubman just puts it deep with 25 to go in the second.
And Steinberge just didn't have the stride right there. Right idea, just did not have the right guys moving forward, and didn't have the stride from his winger. Right idea.
10 to go. Tigers shoot it down the ice. Moore's just going to skate it back behind his own net with 5 to go in the second. Still has Yelling chasing him. Moore's just going to chip it out to center, and that'll do it for the second period. Tigers came out trailing 3-0, got that early first goal of the second. We're able to make it 3-1, and Lafayette just had that backbreaker with a wicked wrister from Ross. 4-1 Lancers, period number 3. Comes your way right after this.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They'll make your backyard the place everyone wants to be. Pools, patios, outdoor kitchen, sport courts, and more. For the ultimate backyard, hit up a St. Louis company that's been doing it for more than 25 years. Check out SplashSTL.com.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
Back for the third. Dewey Rogers that rather lines up for the faceoff, but the Lancers win it back. That was Keller for the win for the Lancers. They try to clear, and now they do. Parks, 3-on-2. Parks with Allen backdoor. Great feed. Allen held on to it for just a second too long. Couldn't corral it and fires it wide. Tigers try to chip it out, and it goes off the ceiling. So the play's dead.
Yeah, just a tough one there. A little bit out of the reach of the reaching Allen and just a bit too much from him. Right play, just too far out in front.
Hits him in the right spot, and you're looking at a 4-goal lead. And not only are they going to double, they've already doubled it on the year tonight. They would have scored more goals tonight than they have all season long.
That's certainly an accomplishment for a team that's just really struggled to get on the score sheet early this season. They've put up 4 tonight. Milo Patterson backhands one back in. He's going to take it himself. Backhand feed to the front of the net, and it's just chipped wide. And now the Lancers break out. Parks with it. Has 2 with him. Parks is going to keep himself. Wrist shot goes high. That's Ross, rather. Keller being hounded, has just backhand one in. Now Dewey Rogers down low. Flips one out to center. Has Milo Patterson. What a stretch feed. Patterson has one on him. Has to backhand it, and it goes just wide. Patterson with a great opportunity, but a heck of a back check from Hubert. Dewey Rogers now in all alone. Shoots it, and a great glove save from Tamaris. Not sure if that's the angle Dewey Rogers was looking for, but nevertheless, a great save from Rogers.
A really good defensive play there coming from Dewey Rogers. A really good connection. Made a really good poke check. Swept it back. Wanted to find someone on the back post. Didn't have an option and just wristed it out and into the glove. A really good save on the backside.
It's flying stick.
Oh, penalty coming up against the Lancers. Tigers will go to the power play. Key moment for them with 13 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third, trailing 4-1. The third period, though, is brought to you by Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, the perfect spot after the big game. Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything.
Yeah, Sokolic, I think his stick came up flying, I don't know how high into
It was
the
like
air
right
there.
after the face-off, it was in the air. You didn't really see what happened leading up to it because you were focused in on the face-off.
Yeah.
So Franco DeLuca Herbert's going to be sitting for 2.
Christopher trying to win a great tie-up from the Lancers on the face-off. That was Rizzuto with a phenomenal tie-up, and they shoot at the length of the ice. Drezik picks it up for the Tigers. He's going to wait behind his own net for options. It's Rogers on the breakout. Dewey Rogers gets into the offensive zone, fakes a pull-up, and now he's going to take it down low. Tried to spin it back, fans on it. Now he's going to backhand it to the point. Milo Patterson, wrist shot from the point. Tip, what a tip from Christopher, and it goes just wide. Moore now picks it up for the Lancers, clears it to center. Elrod gloved it down, and it was chipped in a little further by Rizzuto. He's got 2 on him. Elrod had to hurry. Just fires one back to center ice, and Moore puts it back in for the Lancers. Picked up by Patterson. Christopher now. Backhand feed to Patterson. 2-on-2. Patterson's going to keep it himself. He's going to drive the net. Good move. Centering feed. And Tamaris got a stick on it to break up the play. Moore now tries to backhand one out. Fans on it. Kept in, and then it's cleared out by Steinberge.
Tamaris has played fantastic tonight, except for the one slip-up at the beginning of the second period.
And that was also just a really good shot.
Not much you can do against it.
Tamaris certainly standing on his head for the Lancers tonight. Didn't face much at first. Rogers comes in, has to pull up, gets tripped up a little bit, no call. Parks picks it up. Ross takes it into the Tigers' end. He's all alone, still gets the shot off and rips it just wide. Great solo effort from Ross. Allen gets it at the point and just shovels it back in. And now Patterson behind the net, trying to find a stretch feed for Yelling, but knocked down. Yelling takes a shot after he gave a shot. No arm up on the play. Play on. Christopher taps it through his legs and just chips it in deep. Tamaris has one on him. Just a little bit of a miscommunication with Ross, but Ross finally gets it, chips it off the glass. And this one's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing. Well, if you're looking for the perfect spot after the big game, head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all: watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
Another flying stick here.
And the same guy as well, it's Sokolich. Starting to think he needs to get a tighter grip on the stick.
Certainly does. No arm up after that one. Puck came in.
Somebody was eating popcorn during intermission.
Yes, they were.
With the gloves still on, apparently. You're usually supposed to take those off to be a smelly handful when you bring it up.
Yes, it certainly will. Wouldn't taste very good, you wouldn't think either. Rizzuto wins the faceoff on the tie-up. Chipped up. Deflected off the post. Ridgway with a good deflection from the shot from the point by Hubert. Metzing didn't see it. And now there's a battle in front of the Lions or the Tigers bench.
It's a hard habit to kick.
It is, especially when you've been doing one team for so long. Sokolich battling, yelling there with them. Came out and put back in deep by Basin. Elrod. Peterson now in his skates. Takes it back in his own end and flips it back around. Big hit on the boards from Cameron Spur. Lays into Rizzuto. Things might get a little chippy here. Chipped up by Sokolich. If he can get there, he's got a chance. Good stick. Still with it, Sokolich, but a great play on the back end by Gosley. Dewey Rogers takes the puck in, stripped it. He's offsides, and he's frustrated about that. Sokolich just hadn't gotten out of the zone quite yet.
Yeah, he's been frustrated all night. He's really been getting in the good effort and just has had nothing to show for it just yet. I mean, you can tell he wants everything. He wants to get a win. He wants to put a few in the net. He wants to really push this team forward, and just nothing going his way, and it's just been boiling over for him.
Face-off won by the Lancers. Here's Moore. Going to take it himself, cross center ice, now into the Tiger end. Moore backhands it to himself, still with it. A wraparound try from Steinbrugge. Metzing wasn't there, and he stuffed it off the post, and then Metzing got there to cover.
And Dylan Brokern, without the stick, made a really good defensive play, able to shove the man off and prevent the wraparound attempt from going through.
Dylan Brokern, younger brother of Anthony Brokern, former Oakville Tiger, and also my defense partner.
Look at that.
Centering feed to Lauman on the faceoff win. Had a grade A chance, but just couldn't corral it down. Now Milo Patterson for the Tigers. Chips one out. Dewey Rogers, 2-on-1 if he could settle it down, but a good stick from Moore. Knocks it back to center ice. And now Steinbrugge tries to take it in. Bounces off the skid of Wolf and back to him. Now picked off. Rogers 1-on-1, but Moore with another great stick. Kellen Moore has played a very strong game on the back end for the Lancers.
Not to be confused with the offensive coordinator.
I knew that name sounded familiar. I knew I heard it somewhere. Moore with it again from center ice, puts this one right back in. Boker now in his skates, just fires it right back out to center. Kicked by Patterson. Now Stroessel, this one off to Dewey Rogers. Puck bounced on him. Great spinorama. Dewey Rogers stays with it and just clears the bar. Just a little too high. Great effort from Rogers. Had Tamaris beat. Centering feed misses, comes to Boker and winds for a wrister shot. Great stick save from Tamaris. Battle in the corner. High stick. Stick came up real high on Schmaltz. And that's it's going to be Parks, I believe, is going to sit for two for the high stick on John Schmaltz.
Yeah, not the spot you need if you're Lafayette. You just want to continue to control this play. They've had a really good side of the game. They've kept Rogers in check.
It's not Parks. It will be Landman that is going to sit for two.
Oh, yes, Lawman will go to the box for the high stick.
Lawman will sit for two. Got the stick up on the Oakville player. Face-off tied up. And Lancers are great at tying up on the face-off, but now it's finally one back to Rogers. Tries to go cross-ice to Drezek. Took a little too long. Whacked down the ice by Allen. He's been very noticeable, too, for the Lancers. Dewey Rogers going to take it himself from behind the net. Tries to pick up speed. Cuts to the middle now. Taking himself still. Dewey Rogers pulls up at the circle now to Christopher. Back down to Rogers in the Lancer end. And Parks will shoot at the length of the ice.
Got to think this is an important power play for Oakville. They are running low on time, and they're still chasing three. They got to get one on this one.
You got to get one, and you got to get one soon. 8:25 to go here in the third. Christopher in the Tiger end. Tries to find Patterson a little too far, but comes to the stick of Stroessel. Great move, made some room for himself, but just couldn't get through. And another good defensive stick from Parks as he battles for it. Tries to get it past Patterson. Parks just throws a cross check right to the head. And there's no call, and now a battle ensues. Parks threw a high cross check right to the back of the head of number 53 for Oakville. And that's Milo Patterson, who took a shot right to the back of the head. And Stroessel is going to go for the Tigers. You have to send Parks for that.
Oh, 100%. That's just a dangerous play.
A lot of screaming coming from the Oakville side, rightfully so. Very, very dangerous play. High cross check right to the back of the dome.
That's something you don't hear every often from the parent section.
What'd you hear, Jake?
It's something that we can't say on air. What one would call a FCC violation.
Yeah, not sure where the dump button is for here, so we're not even going to test that. Parents jarring a little bit back and forth, but I'm not sure what the gripe from Lafayette was, because that was a very dangerous high cross check. 1:05 still to go on the power play for the Tigers.
It doesn't help that they're both black and gold.
No, it makes it even worse.
And one's a big cat, and the other one is an L.
Oh, Rickerman just took another puck. Some claps from the fans. We'll see how he reacts to this one. Stick breaks from Drezek. Drezek tries to chip it out, hits off a Rizzuto, stays in.
Broken stick.
Christopher tries to shoot it up. Drezek was up high after getting a new one. Dewey Rogers had the puck in his feet. Gets one slashed away. Hits off the stick of Patterson and goes down, and this one's going to start getting chippy. Patterson keeps it for himself. Makes one move. Now makes another. Patterson all alone. Gets tripped up. And that one's going to be a call. And the Lions, or the Tigers, if I do it one more time, hit me, please.
I will.
The Tigers will have a 5-on-3 for 20 seconds.
That was just a really, really good play moving up the ice there by Milo Patterson. We got a lot of speed. Timeout's going to be called here. A lot of great speed, a lot of simple forehand, backhand moves that set him up in the slot, got tripped up. Yeah, you're not missing that one if you're the official.
Oakville's probably setting up something here to look off the first look if they win this faceoff. And then if they don't like the first one, they're going to have a secondary look to try and get this before time runs out on the 5-on-3 to give them another power play to get themselves back within one if they can score on both.
At 20 seconds left on the high sticking minor to Tucker Lauman. A little bit of a conversation between the official Rickerman and the scorekeeper. Just making sure we have the right number and the right player. And there's the whistle, timeout over. And Hunter, like you said, you want to think that the Tigers are going to try and get something right off this faceoff while they have all this open ice.
I think that's why they called the timeout when they did. They're going to try and set something up. If they don't like the first look, they're going to have a secondary look that they're going to look to. So look for something quick here to try and catch Tamaris off guard.
Luke Ross will line up against Carson Christopher. Ross wins it, but picked up by Drezek. Drezek centering feed, no one there. Dewey Rogers with a grade A chance, fans on it. Centering feed. Comes right to Kellen Moore, and he shoots it the length of the ice. Great defensive effort from the Lancers as the Lions were knocking on the Tigers were knocking on the door. You didn't hit me, Jake.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Moore tries to fire one back in, takes a deflection. Now Milo Patterson. Dewey Rogers brings it into the zone. Almost made a move to take it out. And another good stick from Allen. And it goes back into the Tiger end.
Well, Rogers is just in his own head right now. He's looking up at the ceiling every single time.
Speaking of Rogers, great cross-ice feed to Christopher. Shot and a blocker saved by Tamaris. Comes out to Yelling in the far corner. Tries to cycle it back to Rogers. Didn't put enough on it. Glove down by Drezek at center ice, but not before it cleared the Lancer zone. Drezek takes it for a little bit of a skate chip. Moore gets a stick on it. Moore with a great toe drag. He's in all alone. Shot and it goes just high.
What a shorthanded chance coming in for Allen. Oh, my.
Allen with a great opportunity. He's been all over the place this game, flying back and forth. Picks that puck up, too. It was Allen. He chips it back in. Kills off more time. 44 now left on the Tiger power play. Here comes Dewey Rogers. Rogers takes it himself. Quick wrister goes wide. Yelling, tries to get it, lays a slash to Allen. Christopher now at the blue line gets sticked away. Great effort from Allen. Allen's still going with it. Ooh, could have been a bad hit there. But Kyle Henry took a little bit of a spill, kind of saved himself from getting hit high from Allen. And the Lancers clear it down the length of the ice. 17 now to go on the power play. 5:36 left to go in this one. Lancers lead 4-1. Christopher takes a bounce off the linesman Buchholz. Steinbrugge picks it up and throws it back in. Spur goes cross ice. Dish off to Christopher. Power play over. Even strength. Christopher with a wrist shot and they're offsides. Tigers got in just a little too early, and that scoring chance is no more.
Rogers is obviously frustrated right now. As you mentioned, he's looking up to the ceiling after every missed opportunity. He's had a lot of them today for Oakville. He just hasn't been able to find the final move that's been able to beat tomorrow's. He's been very, very clean inside the crease.
I don't know about you guys, but if I take a look over at that Oakville bench, it looks a little short. They're missing some players over there. Puck held in by the Tigers. Rizzuto now in the corner for the Lancers. Chips one off the boards. The Lancer bench looks a little small too. Puck now at the point. Center puts it back up to Elrod. Elrod chips it right back in. Ezra Peterson tried to find him at the point. Lancers have a 2-on-1, but the bounce from Ridgeway comes out. Play gets blown down as Hubert and Althage were tangled up behind the play. And they're going to send them both.
More coincidentals. Or 5-on-5.
Rickerman seems to like to call coincidentals a lot tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's a very common practice nowadays for in hockey, and especially, well, mainly in youth hockey, I should say, that you take them both. And that's just how it works. Instead of offsetting penalties, well, I guess technically they are offsetting penalties, so.
Lafayette leads Oakville 4-1. Refs just want to try and keep control of this game. Milo Patterson is tripped up. Rickerman giving a little bit of a chuckle, not called. Puck put in deep from the Lancers. Tigers trying to clear. Lancers keep it in. Awful penalty shot attempt for whoever that was for Lindenwood, Jake.
Yeah, Gator. Walked in.
Gator. Jake Southgate. Oh, Dewey Rogers lets the frustration get the best of him. Throws a late hit at Basin right on the near side, and he's going to go. And Schmaltz just fired the puck down the ice. Also not a very smart decision, but you just think Dewey Rogers, just all that emotion boiling up inside of him, just kind of let loose there.
Got to think that Oakville's getting frustrated on the bench. They've had a lot of good chances, not a lot of luck their way. They've gotten a bouncing puck on their blade. They've gotten a couple things that go haywire when they get a good chance and it turns around and Lafayette goes down and scores. And now you're looking with 4 minutes left with not a lot of hope.
Not much time left, certainly, and with how things have gone tonight. A little bit of a confusion on the Tiger bench. Is they going to have someone sit for Dewey Rogers?
Well, if they're going to have him sit, might as well just have Dewey Rogers go to the locker room.
Yeah, really. So Dewey Rogers gets an extra misconduct after the original call. Patterson wins the faceoff. Great effort and just is able to chip one out.
Wonder if he's going to come out here in 30 seconds.
Puck goes right back in to the Lancer end. 4 minutes to go now in the third. Lancers lead 4-1. Allen, good move at the blue line, gets center ice and then dishes it off to Ross. Ross on the far side. Good sauce up to Parks. Parks looks great pass to Ross down low and a diving blocker save. Great save from Metzing. Full stretch gets it with the blocker and the Tigers clear it down.
What a great save. Just kind of sprawled out, trying to stay with the puck. Was nearly fully spread eagle and able to get a blocker up, get it right on the bicep.
Great cross-ice pass from Allen and a shot by Ross turned away by the blocker of Metzing. Lancers still have it down low. Ross gets shoved a little by Schmaltz. Ross puts it up to the point to Parks. Parks over to Moore. Moore at the top of the circle. Backdoor feed. What a pass from Moore and Wolf deflects into the back of the net, and they score 5-1 Lafayette, and Wolf takes a shot after the goal.
What a play by the Lancers. That's just an excellent play on the near side by Moore, holding it up, putting it through, and just an amazing tip by Wolf right on the doorstep. Thought it was almost going to go high and over the net, but he just put it right into the corner and popped in. Beautiful goal, beautiful team goal for the Lancers. Just about wrapping this one up 5-1 here, about 3 to go.
Lancers look like a different team than the last time you saw them out. They were last time out. They lost 9-0 to DeSmet. They look a lot different from that game.
Drezic blows up Dimer right off the face-off, and Lafayette certainly looks better, but we can attest to a very strong DeSmet squad. We saw them first week of the season. They're a very good team. Back-to-back three-peat state championships. Looking for their 4th this year.
And a really good game against Chaminade and a 1-1 tie. It was one of the most exciting 1-1 ties you'll see.
Christopher now backhand feed, yelling, has a chance. He's in all alone. Backhand, and it's just a little, rolls on him at the last second. Knuckle pucks into the chest of Tamaris. And he covers with 2:35 to go in the third.
You like to see it's just toning down a little bit, but at the same time, it's getting a little bit heavier throughout, and just hope it just settles down a little bit as the time ticks away.
2:35 to go here in the third. Lafayette Lancers lead the Oakville Tigers 5-1 in a statement game where the Lancers are trying to turn their season around right now. Hubert gets a stick slashed away, goes all the way to the crease. Patterson gets it off the faceoff, fires a wrister, and it gets turned away. That was Strassel, rather. Puck goes down. Kyle Henry now. Kyle Henry reverses it to Drezic. Drezic's going to take it himself. Tries to go cross ice to Henry. It's picked off. Good stick by Lobman. And the Tigers just have to clear. Stossel chasing. Base him at the red line. Christopher gets it now. Christopher crosses the blue line, rips a wrist shot, and it's blocked away by Tamaris. Hubert now. Minute 54 to go. Hubert shoots one the length of the ice right in front of the Lafayette bench. And no icing. Not sure why that one was waved off. Kyle Henry just picks the puck up and turns around and fires it down the length of the ice the other way for an icing.
Well, it was either missed by the linesman or it was just seen.
Lots of tussles tonight everywhere we look.
Yeah.
Tussles in this Lafayette game, tussles in this Lindenwood game.
That is for sure. A little shot after the whistle for the Lions. That's what it was.
Wolf will line up against Ezra Peterson on the faceoff. Wolf wins it. Puck goes in deep. Dimer now centering feed. Just gets stuck away, and here's Sokolich. Sokolich 3-on-3. Sokolich tries to take it wide. Puck bounces on him, goes into the corner, and a great defensive play from Monsheen of the Lancers. Puck still battled for in the corner. Getting pinned up against the glass, or the boards rather. Minute 15 to go. Now it comes loose. Lancers just chip it out to center. Spur chips it right back to Peterson. Tries to dish one off. And the Lancers just shoot it right back down. Spur tries to go cross ice to Elrod. Elrod goes cross ice again to Sokolich on the backhand. Takes a little bit of a cross check from Rizzuto. And Spur puts it in deep. Tipped in. 50 seconds now in the third. Lancers chip it right back out. It's at center ice now. Elrod tries to go back to his partner, Spur, and he puts it in deep. Tamara stops it with his stick. Rips it around now. Althage, 35 to go. Althage now picked up by Monsheen. Althage down low. Rizzuto tries to clear. Here's Peterson. Peterson from the circle gets taken down. Arm goes up. And the play is saved by Tamaris. So the Tigers will have a power play to, well, assumingly for the rest of the game, 25 seconds to go unless they score and make it 5-2.
It's going to be a very, very short power play, a very late power play. If they get the goal now, it's going to be learning for next time on how they can create off of the face-off and quickly find something when they need it and for future games.
Yeah, head coach Phil Jocko and his assistant coaches Brett Barchevsky, Scott Hager, Tony Masello Brendan Nick team certainly go back to the drawing board after this one. Shot takes a weird bounce off the stanchion, and it comes out to Basom. Basom one-on-one with 13 to go. Basom with a great move. He's in all alone. Shot tries to chip it over the blocker, and it goes just high. 5 to go now. Up to the point. Basom wrists one back in, turned away by Metzing. That should just about do it. Battle in the corner. Ridgway is all over him, and Ridgway throws a late cross check on Milo Patterson. In a 5-1 game, that's just not really necessary in a game you won, especially.
And not at the end of the game. Simply put, you just don't need to do that.
Things were getting testy here late, and tensions boiled over, and it kind of got the better of them there at the end.
Lafayette Lancers, we weren't sure how they were going to come out. We weren't sure how Oakville was going to come out. They both had not the greatest records. 2-3-1 coming to this one for the Oakville Tigers. 0-4-1 coming to this one for the Lafayette Lancers. And if you would have told me while this game was going on and I had no idea their record, I would not believe that this team has not won a game yet this season, and let alone over doubled their total so far with goals they have scored.
Yeah, really strong showing here tonight by Lafayette, and they got off on the right foot. I think that's what just propelled them. It was the trends continuing on for the Lancers. They started off hot, and they just carried that momentum moving through. So really strong game for the Lancers, a good way to get their first win going forward.
Very, very strong game for Lafayette as they work to build some momentum as the season rolls on, and hopefully this is something for the future for them, and they're able to string together a couple more of these and get themselves back into the race in their division.
Dewey Rogers leads the Oakville team with 9 points, kept off the board tonight. Just a great showing from the Lafayette defense, offense, goaltending with Tamara Sinet. Every aspect of this Lafayette team looked like a winning team, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, they just put it together very, very well. Passing was there. The power play, the special teams all around for Lafayette looked really, really sound. And, yeah, I mean, like you said, I think you put it perfectly. If you were to tell me that this was a team that hasn't won a game all season, I'd be surprised. And, I mean, it just gives a testament. They put a really strong schedule to start it off. Really, really good start to the season that they just couldn't get a win. And, it just the numbers are shocking to see that based off of how this game went and how they played. This was a really good game for the Lancers, and Oakville they were right there. It just didn't seem like they just had the touch to finish it off.
They didn't get a lot of bounces there at the end of their breakaways and then their chances. They were in the right position, and the puck just bounced over their blade, and that's how the game is.
It's a game of bounces, certainly. Take a look down the line for both teams. Their next matchup, Lafayette, as that rivalry matchup on Wednesday, November 26th, 7:10 p.m. They're facing the Marquette Mustangs at the Maryville University Hockey Center, and that's certainly one to get to if you're a Lafayette or Marquette fan. That's a big, big rivalry. Oakville is going to host Kirkwood. We saw Kirkwood a few weeks ago, next week on Monday, and 2 days from now on Monday, I should say, at 8:45 p.m. right here at the South St. Louis County Recreation Complex, the Wayne C. Kennedy Recreation Complex here in South County. So, gentlemen, before we wrap up, any final thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a really, really strong game by the Lancers, a good way to pick up their first win, and you can only imagine they continue the momentum. And Oakville, obviously, I mean, it's just that's just the ups and downs of hockey. That's just how it is. Things are going to happen like that. So now it's just their test to see how they respond to it next game.
Oakville did fantastic in their games last week, but this week just was not their way. They were unable to find the winning shot as they would fall by 4 goals.
Well, the MidStates Game of the Week has been brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. Our next MidStates Game of the Week will be MICDS in John Burroughs from Afton Ice Rink on Wednesday, November 26th, with a broadcast start time of 6:25 on YouTube and on 590 KLIS. For the complete schedule and game times, visit luinfo.com. Now for Hunter Mulholland, who's been producing and doing color this evening, Jacob Stonick, myself, Daniel Hinkham. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.